I first visited Nigeria in 1959, a year before its independence, whose golden jubilee we celebrate today. 50 years is a milestone of maturity. You are old enough then to look back and wisely evaluate your successes and failures. Yet, while it may be difficult for many students to appreciate, you will at 50 still be young enough to realize most of the dreams you nourished in your earlier years. In Nigeria's case, it is not just the dreams of its founders that have not yet been fully realized, but as well the fervent hopes of the African diaspora scattered around the earth, far from the mother continent. Nigeria can rightfully claim to be the giant of Africa. Its population is larger than those of the next two countries combined. 1 out of every 5 Africans is a Nigerian. It is one of the world's 10 largest countries, the 7th largest democracy, and the United States' 4th largest source of imported petroleum. It has been the United Nations' most reliable source of international peacekeepers. It is at once a country with a Muslim population larger than that of any in the Arab world, with the exception of Egypt, and a Christian one larger than most countries in Europe and South America. Now, these are some of the positive demographics. There are, however, more disturbing ones, which keep the giant of Africa from fulfilling its rich potential. It ranks too high on the list of the world's most corrupt nations and far too low on the list of the economically developed. It is the only member of OPEC ranked among the world's poorest countries. The hopes of the world's largest black nation rest to a great degree on the generation young enough to be around to celebrate the next Jubilee in 2060. What legacy will you leave behind? Will by then the hopes of the father of American black nationalism, Martin Delany, at last be fulfilled? A century before Nigeria's independence, he returned from a voyage there, proclaiming that he had found the last best hope of the black race in a mighty power that would soon arise. As he put it, a nation to whom all the world must pay commercial tribute. Many of the best and brightest of Nigeria's sons and daughters live abroad, some temporarily as students, some more permanently as emigres. On every campus on which they study and in every land in which they dwell, they have distinguished themselves. Nigerians overseas are among the highest achievers in the world. Now is the time to resolve to take your talents back home, working together with those who are bravely striving to change Nigeria's trajectory towards benefiting the neglected many rather than the privileged few. You can make sure that the next 50 years will be so much better than the last 5 decades were. Then will the words of the national anthem ring true, that the labors of our heroes past shall not have been in vain. As a proud in-law, I join with my Nigerian wife, Arise, in wishing Nigeria the best as it embarks upon its second century of independence.
I wish my native Nigeria a very, very happy 50th anniversary. Having said that, I think that this should be a period for contemplation. We should study the past and study our present and use that to project into the future to ensure that Nigeria can realize its potential. The future depends on our youth. Most of you sitting in this hall today, you are the generation to take Nigeria to that exalted position, a country the best among other nations. And I say to you youth today, do not discount your future. Nigeria, there lies your future. Take charge and regain it. Happy anniversary and looking forward to a wonderful new Nigeria.